Hello, welcome back. Well, I haven't done one of these readings in a minute. Who misses my celebrity tarot readings? The last one I did was Bad Bunny and Kendall Jenner, and I believe one of my predictions came true recently. I say that like their relationship was going to be like a year. Around this time next year, they're going to be like fizzled out. They fizzled out, all right. I guess she got what she needed. No, that's my inner Capricorn. But today's energy, today's celebrity reading is Taylor Swift and Beyonce and this Illuminati vibe situation. What is going on? Because as I was saying that, another thing popped in my head, and this has kind of been my Roman Empire this week, in regards of like celebrity, like craziness, and I cannot get over that moment. I'm sure a lot of you have seen the video on TikTok, Instagram, wherever you hang out on social media the most, is Ice Spice all of a sudden going to the Super Bowl, hanging out with Taylor Swift outside of the studio or on the stage or in a music video. I'm sure they're friends. I'm sure they are. I'm not discrediting that. But you know what? Before I get into this, and thank you, angels, for reminding me on that timer, because time is money, I forgot to kind of set my intention, set my prayer, and set my disclaimer. First and foremost, this is for entertainment purposes. Even though I do have psychic medium abilities, I do have the ability to tap into energy and read people's energy, I also ask my angels to only show me what I'm allowed to see. Like, what am I allowed to expose today about Beyonce, Taylor Swift, and the Illuminati? Okay, like, what am I allowed to expose? So angels, help me, guide me to that. Just guide me to that energy. What am I allowed to expose? What am I allowed to share? And what does my listeners really want to know? Because I'm sure I'm not the only one who's gone down this Roman Empire rabbit hole situation. And in the last year or so, some weird things have kind of happened between Beyonce and Taylor Swift that's really made me ponder and really made me think. But let's just get all the way back to the beginning, where my mind literally starts exploding. Now that some time has passed and that we've seen what we've seen. And some people have definitely stated their opinions about Beyonce and Taylor Swift and conspiracy theories all over TikTok, and I have been listening to a grain of salt, but some of the stuff does kind of make sense. So I'm going to share with you what makes sense to me and what my theory is, what my opinion is, what I am picking up as an energy reader, and all of that. Okay, so first and foremost, I have not always been a Swiftie. I am a new Swiftie. I'm a wannabe Swiftie. I'm just here for the show. I guess right now, you could say I'm looking and digging through Easter eggs, but I really do appreciate how she talks to her fans. Now that I'm kind of like in it, thanks to the last album, Midnights, that's what got me. That's what got me. So I want to know what the heck is in that album that all of a sudden turned this person who was kind of anti-Swiftie. I wasn't against, no, I cannot Swiftie. I'm not Swiftie. I'm not going to listen to her music. It's not my vibe. It's not my vibe. But yeah, I mean no harm against her and her fans. Like, let her do her. I'm over here. And then all of a sudden Midnight comes out. Swiftie TikTok freaking sucks me in, and here we are, and I'm listening to all of the music. Okay, so there is definitely something in her album. There is definitely something with her music. She has definitely gone and cracked the code on hit songs. She's cracked the code on bridges. Like, I'm sorry, as someone who used to write songs and play guitar when she was a teenager, you could only pray to write a bridge like she does. You know? So I'll give her that. I love a good Taylor Swift bridge. I'm not gonna lie. Who agrees with me on that one? And then we got Beyonce. I've never really been a fan of Beyonce, even though there are certain songs, Beyonce or Destiny's Child, yeah, that's how old I am, where I'll listen to it and I'll just start bumping along and I'll dance and I'll get into it, and I know the words to certain songs. Bills, 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 say my name, all of that. Yeah, I know at least the chorus by heart, all of that. So it's not that I have not enjoyed Beyonce either, but lately some of these spiritualists on TikTok have really opened my eyes towards both of them. So we're going to start with Beyonce. From my understanding, I thought she practiced Afa? I don't know how you say it, but it people could assume that you do voodoo, and that is what a lot of people are saying that she does. And I thought if she did do voodoo, it would be the voodoo from like New Orleans or something, because she very much has that Creole vibe to her. But she as well, there is something magical that her and Jay-Z are doing. Something spiritual. And I was even thinking back to when Jay-Z this year went and accepted the Dr. Dre award and then went ham into the Grammys and told them off and let them all know, like, yo, why hasn't my wife won a best album? Which is kind of weird. But me being spiritual, me being in this Roman Empire and all the things, okay? Today, when I was getting ready for this video and I was really setting in this energy and kind of just hanging out and sensing it and just kind of picking up on things before I really get into it right now, like I am, I heard, what if her darkness, or her darkness, her spiritual beliefs, is more along the lines of her spiritual beliefs, because Beyonce's, for me, is a gray cloud. She's not exactly a black cloud, but it is a gray cloud. Yeah, a gray cloud. And with Taylor, I very much get a golden orange cloud over her. Like, it really is like dark and light with the energies, and I'm not trying, it's Beyonce to me feels very seasoned in her spiritual beliefs, in her spiritual practices, in her spirit, in her church. And it's not a typical church by any means. It's not a typical church. We're already 8 minutes and I have not yet pulled cards. This might be all a channeled situation right now. No, cards, okay. Okay, time for the cards. With Beyonce, this dark gray cloud. Like I said, Beyonce's very seasoned. She has been here for a good minute. We know this. Okay, yeah. Oh. Well, we're picking up on some Destiny's Child situation. Okay, so what I'm feeling here with the lovers, it could be her and Jay-Z definitely signed some contracts. That's something about them holding hands, being in agreement, being a partner. It gave me contract signing vibes. Okay. And then with the Six of Swords and the moving on, it was, to me, I heard her moving on from Destiny's Child. So it could be very possible that when she was with Destiny's Child before she went solo, She was just Beyonce. She was just that. And also, who else watched Diary on MTV of Destiny's Child, and Beyonce was talking about how she has a multiple personality in her head that takes over while she's on stage, Miss Sasha Fierce. And didn't she make an album dedicated to Sasha Fierce when she was solo after her first solo album? Oh, I was coughing. I must be saying something if someone is trying to shut me up. But my throat is clear. Okay. Yes, she had to depart from Destiny's Child in order to be on this path of this, like, it's like a voodoo priestess almost. It's like a voodoo priestess, because, yeah, I do believe that watching Beyonce live, as well as Taylor Swift, something happens to you. Something spiritual does happen with the music and the vibes and all of that. I really, really do feel like they create some kind of magic while they're on stage, and they project it onto the audience. But here's the thing. There's a difference that I am seeing with just light, like the light energies that are coming off of their bodies. In my head, Beyonce, her stages always seem very dark to me. A lot of reds, you know, red for Illuminati. That's why I'm wearing this today. You know, I try not to wear this in most of my readings now, because it is my comfort sweater, and it's like I have more clothes, like I could get dressed. But today I was like, no, Illuminati vibes, we need the red sweater. We need it. I'm a wackadoodle. But when she left and got with Jay-Z, it's like Jay-Z was already in. He was already in it. He was already doing his thing. That's who got him off the streets. Yeah, he was on the streets, and yeah, he was doing hip hop got him off the streets. That's the realistic story. But the Illuminati, or these group of people, had the power, and they were like, you're the chosen one. And that I keep going back to that one image that everyone found from the early 1900s, where this old dude is sitting somewhere and he looks just like like Jay-Z, and it's like a time traveler. They keep saying that about Jay-Z. Well, yeah, that is why he was the chosen one. He got chose first, and then together they were like, okay, we need you to be married. We need you to have your counterpart. And he goes, well, then it's Beyonce. Then they did that Bonnie and Clyde, right? Hello to my head, literally freaking working and doing its thing, okay? So when that happened, that's where she found her peace. She was like, all of the things, because get it, she even got the courage to drop her dad as manager. Talk about even more freedom, even more peace. Then the Kanye West and Taylor Swift situation, right? Where that moment, let me be honest with you on that moment. I really did see when Beyonce was shocked and looking at Jay-Z and going, oh my God, he's up there doing that and doing all of this. This is my honest opinion of the energy that I have seen time and time again from that clip. It's not that, oh my God, I'm shocked, I can't believe he's doing that to Taylor Swift. Like, he doesn't, like, no, it's okay. Like, don't speak for me. I am seeing, oh my God, Jay-Z, he actually went up there and did it. People are saying on TikTok, and I'm starting to see, and it's starting to kind of make sense. That was Kanye West's ignition, his feet into the Illuminati. He had to do something crazy. He had to go after someone who had potential to be much higher than they got. Or we'll hit up. The Shake It Off. That came after Kanye West, and since after that, Taylor Swift really started to become her own. She was dealing with shit from Scooter, all of that. And once she started to re-record her albums, and we started getting Taylor's version of these albums, and we're waiting on Reputation and even the debut album, all of that. We all know the Reputation album is her healing from the Kanye West thing, because we do know now from the Time magazine interview that she had a really hard time, and especially when Kanye decided to put her in the famous music video, and then freaking Kim recorded it and then only showed a certain part, and now we find out that no, there really is more truth to all of that. They tried. I don't think Taylor Swift is in the Illuminati. I don't think she's also with that other that Satanist, I don't want to keep saying that word though, but the Satanist group, the woman that looks just like Taylor, like, yeah, I know that's weird. I see it too. I'm not naive. I ain't blind. That is weird. That is really weird. It is. Okay? That is hella freaking weird. But I think she's more, because of her being connected to that woman, and I can't think of her name. I'm not even gonna try. Maybe I'm not supposed to say her name out loud. Okay, but you know what I mean. I'll try to show her picture here for reference. But because she was so dark, and if she really, I don't think she's a reincarnation, because that woman died in the 80s and Taylor Swift was born in 89, so I don't think that was a lot of time for her soul to rest and come back to a physical body. But it could be possible that there is a carbon copy of the soul, and possibly part of that is now in Taylor, and because Taylor soul is like, oh no, I'm trying to think this through, and I'm talking out loud on camera, and I probably look like a complete freak. But okay, basically what I'm trying to say, I feel like the angels are like, okay, everyone is going to compare her to this woman. They're going to compare Taylor to this woman, and they're going to think she's this evil, yada, yada, yada. But I think she's more Glenda the witch than anything else. Okay? Like, she really is Glenda the good witch. That is the vibe. That's the energy. That's even what I feel when she starts, when I start listening to Taylor version albums. I don't listen to the other stuff anymore, just out of respect. But you hear it in her voice. She has tapped into some kind of power that apparently my frequency, yeah, she has some kind of strength. She has this inner confidence about her that really is bomb.com. It's almost like one of her spiritual guides is an animal. I don't think it's a snake like Reputation wants to tell us, but who knows? She could be Year of the Lion in the Chinese New Year, but I don't know that, because I know 88 is Year of the Dragon, because that's my year. 89, I don't know what that is. It could be Lion, but there. Okay, this is what it is. In Taylor's music, there is this sense of truth. She has a sense of wanting to tell you the truth. Like, as she's going through all of these heartaches, she had to be the American sweetheart that, you know, jumps from guy to guy in the beginning to collect all of these experiences to go and write about it. So one, young girls aren't stupid, and us older millennials are like, that's another thing that I saw, that us older millennials are just now getting into Taylor Swift because we couldn't mess with her before because she didn't have enough life experience. But now that she has life experience, all us older millennials are like, yeah, girl, you get it. Like, that is really like, that's it. But here's the thing with the two of them, with Beyonce and Taylor Swift, I'm going to try to bring this back. I'm going to try to close this out so it's not a super long video. But honestly, this is just my mind speaking out loud. And if you are watching it this far, I appreciate you. And thank you, and welcome to my head. Okay, they both made a tour feature film, right? Renaissance Eras tour, all of that. Then they both showed up to each other's stuff. And when I saw Beyonce go to Taylor Swift's premiere, I was like, oh snap, this is Beyonce's way of saying Kanye, nuh-uh. But now I'm starting to feel, what was Beyonce doing? What was Beyonce doing? Or what is Beyonce doing to Taylor Swift? Because here's the thing, if you think about the Grammys, to throw the Grammys back into it, this year, Beyonce's husband went ham and said, why hasn't my wife won Album of the Year once? But yet, certain people are winning it time and time again. Like, where's the diversity? All right, which I do agree. Like, yeah, why hasn't Beyonce won? At least 3 times. At least 3 times. Even Destiny's Child, I don't think ever won Album of the Year either. Which is what the hell? Especially with Writing on the Wall. That album, hello. Okay, but anyway, now that he has their attention and Taylor Swift happened to win Album of the Year 4th year in a row this year, there's a lot of uproar between Beyonce and Taylor Swift that I see online, between the hip hop girls and the pop girls, basically. And I don't like it, but I really think Beyonce's saying the wrong incantation. She has covered herself up with too much dark gray clouds that I don't think she'll ever win a Grammy. And with Jay-Z saying what he said, they might, and then all of a sudden after the Super Bowl, after Taylor Swift's boyfriend wins the Super Bowl, she releases her new album, which everyone has stuck in their head. I got it stuck in my head thanks to TikTok. Like, that's another example of another person cracking the code for music that really gets into your soul. Like, Beyonce, from my experience of watching her live footage, it makes me feel like she puts you in a real freaking trance. Like a trance where you're just... And then with Taylor Swift, she makes you get up off your butt and dance. There's 2 different frequencies. Beyonce's making you be still because she wants you to almost manipulate the energy and make you almost like a minion type energy. But yet Taylor Swift, she just wants to explode her light out of her body and have you pick it up. All right, does anyone else agree with that? But let's get a few more cards. I know this was mainly just my head and me channeling and me just talking things out that we really did not talk about. This right here feels very Beyonce and Taylor. Like, Taylor right now is in this celebration mode. All right, she's back on tour. Her boyfriend just won the Super Bowl. All the things. She's being very social. But this is Beyonce. Didn't she not look bored at this year's Grammys? And as soon as she seemed very disconnected from all of us, and she had something planned. You could see it in her eyes, and now that we know that she was dropping an album and she was dressed like a cowgirl, it makes complete freaking sense now. But she had to sacrifice something. Going back into the voodoo situation. She has been waiting for a moment. She has been waiting, and she has sacrificed something. Okay, but with the Six of Cups reversed, something about leaving home, something about independence. What is that independence? And that sacrifice. Whoa, she's definitely been planning this for a while. She had to heal. She had to go into deep healing. Almost like after the twins were born. She kept the twins. She kind of went into hiding a little bit because we got Lemonade, but Jay-Z made her write Lemonade. Let's face that. This sacrifice is something bigger than we think. It's more than her being a mom, leaving her kids to do her pop star lifestyle. It is more than that. Is what she practices, something was really getting to her nerves, really getting to her. And she had to sacrifice something. She has had to search for truth. But let me wrap this up. What does this mean for both Taylor Swift and Beyonce? Because I have a feeling when Beyonce went to Taylor Swift's movie premiere, she almost tried to take a piece of Taylor Swift on a spiritual level and bring it back to her. Ooh, she tried to take a piece of her hair and take it back to her altar. That's what I'm feeling. She wants to do something to Taylor Swift. And Kanye was just a pawn in the beginning. Yeah. She's definitely made that purpose. She's looking for new opportunities. It's almost like she wants to protect her and keep her in this harmonic state. Or is that just, this is Taylor, she can't be touched. Alright, is Taylor Swift just that protected, angels? Divine feminine. Yes, she is the divine feminine. Okay? And her moment of writing Reputation and having to have that anxiety and that fear of, and the 2 years where she really stayed hidden after Kanye did what she did. She was basically building a shield for herself so that she could come back stronger than ever, which she has, which she did. And so now that Beyonce is trying to get under her skin, Beyonce can't. Because she has protected herself. Okay. I am going to... Alright, so if you've noticed, I've changed locations. I have changed my my attire. I'm officially in mom mode, but as I was walking to go get my kids from school, and now that we're sitting and chilling and waiting for Big Bro to come out, I realized I did not hit a point. I grazed over it. But my theory is going back to the Beyonce doing some kind of voodoo ritual, whatever, on her, was her way of trying to bring her into the Illuminati, because she knows that Taylor is quite a powerful light. But because of Zena LeVay connections and Taylor Swift being a completely different entity from Miss LeVay herself, that this time around, that soul, that vessel that is connected to LeVay to go and to bring, because there's a reason why they look alike. I feel like her mission here on Earth is to be the light. You know, I'm not just saying this because I am a Taylor Swift fan. I'm a Taylor Swift fan over a Beyonce fan. It has nothing to do with that. It's just one is lighter than the other. And I don't think we could deny that anymore. I think some of the stuff that Beyonce is into and doing, it very much could be possible that there is Illuminati connections, that she's working with a higher power in that regard. But I really think she's been trying to recruit Miss Taylor Swift, and she can't because Taylor is not on the same frequency. Okay? Yeah, I don't know if any of that makes sense, but that is my 2 cents. I am going to end this here. This was a little bit longer than I anticipated, but you know what? I had to say what I had to say, I guess. So, if any of this was interesting, if any of this was something that is up your alley, please go and hit follow, hit subscribe, because I will be doing more celebrity readings. I had another one planned today, but it was still Taylor Swift. But like I said, this has become my Roman Empire all week. And now I finally voiced it. I finally said it out. And now I feel good. And now I could go live my life. And now I hope someone comes and talks to me about it, and we could share this moment together. But other than that, if you want me to tap into other celebrities and their energies, or other celebrity duos, feuds, situations, anything like that, please say so in the comments, because I will be answering them. I promise you that.